Hello everybody, my name is Nicole and I am going to walk you through my project-based quest for our final project for our class for Education 407 at University of La Verne. I chose to go with grade 3, in which I decided to look at the life sciences lessons, and the idea behind the project was to inform students on different kinds of environments, which included different animals, different plants, and trees and shrubbery, and if some environments did not have those things in there, that the students would learn how to differentiate the different animals between different environments. So the way it goes, this is my introduction page. I started out with just a couple ideas, and the main focus for this project is I want to help teach children the importance of endangered species. It's important for them to learn at an early age that some animals are deteriorating and almost getting to the point of being extinct. So I figure a visual display would be very appropriate. Basically asking them lots of questions about, what kind of animals do you know about? Have you ever visited different places other than where you live? Have you visited the ocean? What kinds of plants and animals live in the forests or grasslands or wetlands? And I think it's important for them to be familiar with their surroundings, especially if you have a student who goes from living in California and then they move to chilly old Illinois, Chicago. How are they going to learn to survive in that type of environment? So I'm really excited about this project. I hope I get to use it one of these days. Going to my task page, basically what we're going to show here is the children are going to engage in a project on how each environment is different from one another. They're going to explain characteristics of different animals and different types of environmental changes there as far as shrubbery and whatnot. So I'm just going to break it down to you. So in this project, we're going to take each student and divide them into groups of 4. And each group's going to be giving in an environment, and each environment will include students covering oceans, deserts, tundra, forests, grasslands, and wetlands. And what I'm going to do is have each student in that group, each group needs to present a visual poster or visual display illustrating their environment and what goes on in that environment, and they're going to present that to the class. And in that visual display, I want them to include 3 animals that live in that environment, and to provide pictures of plants, trees, mountains, swamps, water, whatever resides in that environment. So this is just a basic understanding of different types of animals and different types of plants and I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. Where they can choose a plant or an animal from that environment. And I'm going to have one person in the group find an endangered animal that lives in that environment. Because like I said, this is a very important topic that needs to be addressed early. And pretty much once they've collaborated and researched as a group, they're going to present their visual display. So once that is completed, I have the following list here for both parents and for the students themselves. A lot of materials will be provided through the school, as well as the classroom computer that they can use for research purposes, especially for those students who don't have a home computer. Down here I've listed various sites where they can get information, and if they have the time, they can go to any of these locations in order to find more information about the area that they're covering. Now here's where the fun part's going to be. As far as role playing goes, Each student is going to be given a task. One person's going to be the geologist, another one's going to be a biologist, another one's going to be a marine biologist, and the other's going to be a zoologist. And so later down the progression of the semester, I may bring in those actual individuals later to introduce to them the type of work that they do, but that's for a later lesson and project. For now, we're just skimming the surface of just the basic understanding of different environmental ecosystems and so on and so forth. It's broken down according to what each person is in charge of and what their duties include. And once they've established that, then what we're going to do is have them do their presentations in front of the class. And for so doing that, I'm going to give them an objective, and as far as directions go, and I think I went to this area, but as far as evaluations go, as far as how they're going to be graded, I'm basically going to grade them on presentation, how clear are they enunciating their words, and how are they demonstrating and explaining to the rest of the class what each animal is and the types of things that you will find in that environment. They'll also be graded based upon their on their visual display and how creative it looks. So there's a breakdown right there of the point system for that. And this is going to be one of those types of projects that, any participation is going to be rewarded. Anybody asking questions to the presenters, that too will also be beneficial for you and your group. So again, this is just going to be a fun way to get kids involved and get them engaged in wanting to learn about animals and plants and trees and the environment around them. In terms of reflecting on what I want from this project, I really want the students to be able to feel curious, and I want them to have the opportunity to go and explore the world around them. I want them to feel that there's more to life than just what is on the street that they live in and the school that they attend. I encourage students to go on nature walks if they live in an area where there's nature, if they can go on outings to go camping or to go visit the ocean or to go visit aquariums or go to local nurseries, so on and so forth. So there's so many routes that children can take from this type of lesson. And again, it seems like a lot, but this is just one example of a project that will kind of kickstart their curiosity and excitement to learn about different things. And I remember when I was a child, that was one of my favorite subjects because I wanted to learn more. I wanted to see and visually touch and smell the different environments around me, And, I want children to have that same opportunity as well. So thank you. This has been a great semester. Good job, everybody. Have a great rest of the holidays, and we'll see you later.